Hey,
Hey, Momo.
how you doing, Bookie Bear?
I'm okay. I'm okay. How are you doing?
Oh, Annie, are you okay? I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there.
That's good.
Right? Better than nothing.
Shoot. Shoot. We're
Shoot,
on a
shoot,
different
shoot.
day,
I'm posting this us on
sir.
live so people know we live, okay? We got 0 people up in here.
That's fine with me. Nobody wants to
And
talk
no,
about
to
this
keep it
anyways. The
comfortable.
most boring debate ever happened.
I ain't even gonna
Debate.
hold you. I didn't even finish.
Watched it. And then I watched all the little clips and everybody's little comments. I just,
Yeah, there's some fun pieces in there.
people,
Both sides. That was
I don't
boring. I
know.
hope they don't do it again. Please don't do it again.
I'd like to see the presidential candidates do
Yeah, I wish
another
that
debate.
I hope they can I hope, Kamala can really egg on Trump to do it again. That would be amazing.
He won't. He won't debate. And there's only what, like 33, 32 days left?
Yeah, we
Um,
in here. We in here.
yeah, 32 days. Yeah, there won't be another debate. There really is no point. I
Yeah,
mean,
like he said, people already started voting in.
yeah, their minds are made up. I mean,
There are still people whose minds aren't made up, and I just think they're just not gonna vote.
I I really don't like, and I don't mean any offense or whatever by it, but like I don't understand how
Yeah,
you don't
something
know who you're
off.
voting for.
Okay?
I really don't. And I really don't even understand how there's a choice to be made, but I really don't understand how you're confused. Like,
I use Ebonics in this post, so don't mind me.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, so the debate. Well, we always watch debates. We watch any stuff and then we, live text each other and
Yes.
kind of watch it together. So that's what we did on Tuesday night
Whew.
when Mr. Vance and Mr. Walz debated.
From the
Um,
window to the walls.
yeah. He looked very nervous.
Yeah, and he had that pen. I think that pen was like a coping mechanism in his
And they
hand.
were talking about him in that pen for a while. I know Trump was talking about his pen. Oh, he had to take
Mm.
notes. He had to remind himself and da da da. He had the pen in his hand. Like it signified something. I don't know. I mean, he was taking notes. I don't know.
Yeah, he was taking note, and I
Um,
think it was just a nervous thing, and
yeah.
yeah, and then Vance or whatever his name is, he came out talking about
JD.
they asking him about Gaza, and he's like, "Well, my mom was a crackhead." Like, that's not what we asked you. Like, let me introduce myself.
I grew up poor. My mom was a crackhead. Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
okay. You
I
don't need
thought that was funny because they were just talking trash about Kamala for being middle class, working at McDonald's and talking
Mhm.
about where he started from. And then here they go on the vice presidential debates and he's talking about his upbringing and I grew up in Appalachia and I did da, da, da,
Mhm.
and really highlighting that. And it's like, weren't you just talking trash about, Kamala doing the same thing? But I mean,
Okay. Where is he from?
whatever. Uh, I don't know.
Mm.
He's from
West Virginia,
wherever that is.
mountain mama,
Yeah, something around there.
take me
Um,
home.
yeah, I don't know, but I think my takeaway just in general is I always bring up the movie Idiocracy. I really feel like
Yes,
that's
it's
where our
factual. Look
country
at everybody in Crocs right now, including me. I had to because I was
I will
standing up
not
too long.
I will never own a pair of Crocs.
I did. I gotta say they were comfortable AF to be standing up 12 hours. Yes.
Crockies. My
If you
dog
gotta
is
do
going
that
nuts
manual labor.
manually. But I feel like that's our country. We do not engage in any critical thinking anymore. It is
Nope.
always style over substance. So it doesn't matter what they're saying, it's how they say it. And JD Vance is very polished. He is an experienced debater. Who's here? We've got two people here.
Hey, if you're in here, drop your name and where you are drop where you are in the comments.
Yeah, where you're listening, watching from. But he's very polished. He looked very
Mhm.
confident. And even though he was lying the whole time or like dodging answering questions the whole time, he was very confident and very smooth with it. and Governor Walz is very nervous and twitchy,
Mhm.
and he didn't have a strong showing.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't
Yeah,
like his
I didn't either. It
showing.
was very good.
He
Yeah,
just didn't seem and honestly, it wasn't anything about him. He just didn't seem confident, like, he didn't seem like
confident.
he
Yeah,
believed in himself. It's like,
yeah,
believe in yourself. Just fake it till you make it. He didn't have people
right,
like they didn't practice. It looked like he didn't even practice. I could have done better than that for my speech and debate team back in school.
right.
I don't know if I could
Maybe
do it
that's
now,
part
but
of it. Maybe it was like he's a likable dad type
mhm,
figure. Maybe they just wanted him to like that maybe that was what his role was, not to be because people are like, "Oh, you didn't go after him. You didn't fact check him in real time. You didn't, they were expecting him to be like Kamala, and he's not.
mm-mm.
That's not who he is. He's a balance to the ticket. So maybe that's what his
Not like how he turned everything back to Kamala. He's like, "I'm not running for president. Kamala is." Like,
yeah,
and he kept putting everything
yeah,
back to, "This is Kamala's policy. This is Kamala."
yeah.
Like,
And JD Vance didn't do that.
I think he did it
I
when he
don't
was asked questions about Trump, but that
Yeah,
was it.
but he wasn't lifting up his running mate,
Yeah.
unless he was specifically asked
And
about it.
so I missed it. What happened when they called him out about calling Trump names and stuff?
Oh, he said he was wrong.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
he was wrong.
And I think that's how
That's
if
all
you
he
know
could
you're
say.
wrong, say you're wrong. Like we talked about before, there was a part where they asked, Walz about China, and he just went
I
mumbling
have
and
the clip.
fumbling. Ugh,
Do you wanna watch it? The awkwardness of it all?
man, my stomach's gonna hurt. Let me okay.
I know, it's so
Mm.
bad. Okay. He's stumbling. It's bad. Here
Governor
we go.
Walz, you said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
I joined the National Guard at 17, worked on family farms, and then I used the GI Bill to become a teacher, passionate about it, a young teacher. My first year out, I got the opportunity in the summer of '89 to travel to China.
What
35
is he
years
talking
ago,
about?
be able to do that. I came back home and then started a program
Damn, that was
to
35 years
take
ago?
young people there.
The question was, can you explain the
No, just
discrepancy?
all I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said.
Stop talking.
So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to
No.
be in governance.
It
Oh,
was
that's painful.
Yeah, just that, you know
I
what?
did that a
I
lot.
misspoke. I misspoke.
Yeah,
I
because
had
it looked like he was searching for lies. Like, that's what
Yeah. Even the look on his face
yeah,
when she was asking the question, "Oh,
like a
shoot."
deer in headlight. Like, it's like, was
Just
it
a
like,
poker
what,
face.
September versus August is really like a
I
month
mean, it wasn't
apart?
even
Like,
that big of a yeah.
I don't know when the protests maybe the protests were certain days and they're saying he wasn't there on those
I don't know.
days. I can't
But I
even
mean,
tell.
it's not even that big of a
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Just
not like
like,
that
you know
other
what?
guy.
Eh.
Who was the guy for the anchor, the news anchor who said he was, like,
Oh, he was
in the
flying
war, a
the
pilot or
helicopter.
something?
Yeah. He doesn't
Yeah,
know where
right,
He's
lying.
different. Yeah.
Exactly.
Brian
I think
William?
so. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So that was painful to watch, and I think at
Yeah,
that point, you and I both were texting, we're like, "Oh, no. Oh,
yeah.
no. That was bad."
It just made me upset because it's I know how close this is, and I don't want people to think he's not trustworthy or anything
Mm,
like that, and so that's what really, because it made me feel that, like, it made my stomach hurt because it didn't feel like he was being honest. Like you said, just say, "I messed up. I
yeah,
misspoke. I lied." She didn't say that.
yeah,
There's a way to say it without
yeah,
fumbling, and then he called himself an idiot at some point too, and I didn't like that. "I'm a fumbling
yeah,
idiot," or something like that. Like, don't talk about
yeah.
yourself like that. Have some confidence, man.
I'm surprised they didn't practice a canned answer for discrepancies. Oh, if they
Mhm.
said, "Oh, your service time," or "You weren't here in Iraq on this time," and this because I know there's a couple of things where there are discrepancies in dates, or, you used IUI instead of IVF, or
Mhm.
different things like that where, there's room for them to ask questions, and I'm surprised they didn't have some kind of a canned answer to be like, "Oh, well, I misspoke,"
Yeah.
you know, whatever. I don't
Has he
know.
been on the
But
stump? Has he done some speeches since then? Because remember when Biden messed up, he immediately went out and did some speeches.
I don't know. I think in the next month that they've got, they need to be everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, Kamala's out with Liz Cheney right now.
Beyonce needs to
Liz
step up.
Cheney's well, I don't know. Is she wrapped up in the Diddy? I don't
Oh,
think
yeah, I
that
forgot
lady
about
need to
that.
be anywhere near this. She need to go
Oh,
take care
she's
of her
wrapped
own
up in
stuff.
it too? Oh my
I don't
god.
know. Well, Jay-Z was at all this stuff,
Yeah.
so I think
Mm.
everybody I don't know.
Boycott Hollywood. Just kidding.
Ugh, it's
But so
messy.
she's out with Liz Cheney, so that's good.
Yeah, that's big, and they're in Wisconsin, I believe, which is battleground, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's huge. Um, but I think that was the worst moment for Tim Walz. He came out very unsure, and
Mhm.
then after the break, I don't know if they gave him a pep talk. Well, no, he wasn't allowed to talk to anybody, but he came back a lot stronger.
Oh, they're
And
not allowed to talk to anybody during the break?
no, I don't think so. I don't think they were
Oh,
allowed to talk
wow.
to
I
anybody.
thought they would have some, like, prep, like, "Oh, you messed up here." You just and then,
Like
like
Rocky, they get a
yeah,
pep talk and
Rocky.
they get
Yeah,
slapped
that's
around.
what I was thinking too, Rocky with the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ice his face down.
Right? That's what I was
No, yeah.
imagining.
But he came back, and that's when he got, I think, the most memorable JD Vance moment, gotcha moment was, when he couldn't answer about January 6th. I have that too, if you wanna watch
Ooh,
that.
yeah, let's watch that.
So this is the one.
This was a threat to our democracy in a way that we had not seen. And it manifested itself because of Donald Trump's inability to say. He is still saying he didn't lose the election. I would just ask that. Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer. He lost the election. This is not a debate. When Mike Pence made that decision to certify that election, that's why Mike Pence isn't on this stage. What I'm concerned about is, where is the firewall with Donald Trump? Where is the firewall if he knows he could do anything, including taking an election, and his vice president's not going to stand to it? That's what we're asking you, America. Will you stand up? Will you keep your oath of office, even if the president doesn't?
Yeah. I don't understand, like, if you can't even admit that he lost that election, like, what are we even doing? Like, what
Yeah. He can't even admit it. That's crazy.
that's wild.
Because Trump won't admit it either, so he has to at least he's honest to I mean, not honest, but he's loyal, I guess, because I don't know what that is. That was a dodge. And did they come back and ask?
Ask again?
Yeah,
I
like they
don't
did
believe
Walz?
I didn't think they came back and asked about, because that was a question that Tim Walz posed to him. It wasn't from the moderators.
Ah, got you.
So, that was yeah. I don't know. But they had some good exchanges on reproductive rights.
Yeah.
I thought they had some good stuff, and definitely on the NRA and on guns and gun violence. I thought that they had some good stuff back and forth.
Yeah, I
there.
thought that was Walz. His best performance was in the reproductive rights part.
Yes.
Did you
And
hear?
oh, go ahead.
Did you hear about Melania?
Yes. I
Oh
have
my-
that written down here. Melania pro-choice. My thing.
Yes, she
I
did a
wonder about
video.
Yes. What do you
So
think of that?
I didn't think it was true until I saw the video. Like I thought, surely this is made up,
Yeah.
and I
Kamala
feel
already
like
used it in an ad.
right. I feel like that's a big fu to her husband.
Do you think, okay, here's my because I got to be like,
Mhm.
so either it is a big fu because we already know that's not a real marriage. I mean,
Yeah,
say what you will, they don't sleep in the same bed. She can't stand this man.
yeah,
Whatever. She just wrote a book, so she's trying to get publicity for that book.
yes.
For one, and two, could she be putting space between them and saying, I'm pro-choice, I do not agree with this? Or is she trying, because MAGA thinks that they have a beautiful, loving marriage, could she be saying, hey, people who are on the fence,
Mhm.
We can disagree. Look, I'm here. I can help bring him to understand this. We
Mhm.
can have um a more open and understanding dialogue about reproductive rights. Maybe as his wife, I can help with this topic. You know what I mean? Like maybe that would be
Ooh,
a way
I
of
like that view.
bringing
That's
people
interesting.
around. I don't know.
But like you said, I don't know if it was this conversation or another one, so pardon me, but at this point, if you're undecided, then
Right.
stay home, man. Stay home.
Like if this is an issue that matters to you at all, you've already made your decision. Like
Exactly.
Melania saying 2 words isn't
Right?
gonna
S
isn't
Stay
gonna
home
change
at that
anything.
point.
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
That's pretty crazy though.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you were talking about the reproductive rights, and that just popped into my brain because I was like I
Yeah, I mean
saw it
that's big
yesterday.
though.
Jamie Lee Curtis posted it, and I didn't
Hmm.
believe it. I said, "Okay, this she may have gotten hacked or, she posts some weird stuff sometimes, so I
Yeah.
didn't really trust it, but when I saw the
It was a
video
dramatic video too. She had like the
yeah.
shadow on half her face and she's like, it's a right from birth that women
Mhm.
have to their bodies. And then she was, it's like, okay,
Freedom,
Melania.
choose freedom,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So I don't
it'll be
know. I
interesting.
don't
I
know
gotta
what
check
her husband
Reddit.
can say. I need somebody to ask him. Hey,
Yeah.
Donald, what do you think of what she said? Because I don't know.
Nobody's gonna yeah, we'll see what happens.
This is interesting, and I feel like anxiety rising up into my throat because it's a
Oh,
month out. Shit's
mhm.
getting real. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's coming. Whatever it is, it's coming. Like I don't know that I'm ready yet.
My stomach hurts, like, I think I'm just gonna have stomach aches until forever, I don't know, because
Past the Tums.
it is scary. Either way, is something bad's gonna happen, either way, in my mind.
Yeah. I don't want to put that out there.
I don't wanna think about it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's not helping me to think about it, might as well just wait and see what
Yeah.
happens.
And see who's going to vote. There was also a clip I saw today. A black MAGA supporter got jumped at a Trump rally
By whom?
um, by white MAGA supporters. There is somebody on
Ah! They were like, "You
this
darn monkey, you." Let me stop.
it's a F around and find out. Like you think
Right?
you part of the
Sappho.
group until the group turns on you. Um,
Mhm.
uh, you shouldn't be there, bro. I don't know.
I mean, everybody we're not a monolith.
I mean, whatever. Whatever that means. Because from the outside, we all, it's the
But
same.
some of those guys had black wives in the January 6th. Like, it's just crazy
What's that mean, though?
that they're the same as that guy who got beat up.
Yeah, I just, I'm starting to see the world in a whole new way.
Like what?
Whole new way.
No comment.
You froze, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said in what way?
Just the way people are relating to each other, like their politics, and
Mhm.
then the way their race lines up with it, and the way religion lines
Yeah,
up with it,
the vision.
um, and how it doesn't make sense. Like, because I always feel like race plays a big part in your politics, and
Mhm.
right now it's not making sense. Like,
How so?
well, take JD Vance for example. His wife is a daughter of immigrants, and the way he's talking about immigrants is just dirty. Like your
Yeah, just
children are
like
brown, man.
his
What are you
wife is
talking
just like
about?
those MAGA wives. What's the difference?
It's some well, I mean, I just saw a clip about Christian nationalists, and JD
Mhm.
Vance is among them. There's something
Okay.
called the Theo Bros like the theology
Yeah,
Theo bros, and
yeah.
and they're self-proclaimed Christian nationalists. They want this to be a Christian nation. They want to do away with the Constitution and make the Ten Commandments, like ratify the Ten Commandments as the law of the land or whatever. They feel like women should be having more children. They should not be working. They should be making sandwiches, is literally what they said. And it really
What?
feels like some handmade shit, you
Yeah,
know?
this is some
And
handmade.
right? And I feel like if Usha, his wife, is on board with that, like she is Serena Waterford.
Sure.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
And look what happened to her. Hmm.
right? Lost a pinky and then got thrown aside, really, and then had her baby taken and all kind of stuff.
Mm,
Is that show coming back?
I don't
When is
know.
it coming back?
I left during the chase. I stopped watching. I couldn't. You ever watch something and it's so suspenseful you can't keep watching? That happened to me. I could. They
You're
were
like, "God, I
chasing
can't
her,
take it."
and I couldn't take it. And I said I was going to go back, and I never went back.
It got good.
Mm.
But I think it got to a point where it's like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, it's too close to reality.
I don't
Well, I
like
left
this.
off where she was reunited, but
With her
with her
husband.
husband. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
they
couldn't
still
take
talk
it.
about it.
I couldn't take all that. How much do I have? A long way to go.
Yeah, there's a whole nother season.
Oh God, I'm scared.
That sucks too, because I feel like you're reunited with your husband and he never gave up searching for you, which is beautiful. Like he was always searching. He kept, hope alive, all this stuff. And you've got to let him know that you had a baby with somebody. You got to let him know what happened to you, because you were literally R-worded
Yeah.
repeatedly for years, but you found love with somebody else
Yep.
and you had a child with that man. You still love him. And so that's just a mess. And then
It's
how
a
could
whole
you?
mess.
I don't know. It's
Okay, I'll have to add that to the list.
yeah. You gotta watch the last.
It's just so
and
depressing.
Serena
I got to
gets
be in a
out.
mood.
Serena gets out. Handmaids get some
What?
vengeance. I mean, some stuff happens. Janine
Okay.
ain't playing. Janine comes out and she leads the handmaids in some stuff. Like it's
Ooh, okay. Okay, that gives me hope.
one-eyed Janine,
Okay, that gives me hope.
Yeah.
Yay.
The only reason I want to watch is I want to see them get their daughter, their baby girl, because that's
Dang, she still hadn't got her. Dang.
she's going to be somebody's wife. She's like of age now. She's like 12 or whatever.
Oh God. Oh, this is gonna
Stuff.
get good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
not
don't know when they're
canceled.
going to come back.
They'll come back
Yeah.
at some point. You know how they do.
It's
What is
getting
this,
too
on
real.
Hulu?
Maybe they're like, we can't do it. It's too real.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hulu.
And
It's
I
a
know I
banned
don't.
book. Margaret Atwood. It's on the banned book list of whatever list there is.
It's
It's a good book though.
I'll have to read it one day in my dreams.
It's short. It's a quick read.
Okay. Well, it's for you.
short. But it's like it's a thin book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's quick.
Then I'll need to check it out. But that's real. I mean, it's good and close to that. These Theo bros sound like that. That's what they sound like. Maybe that was inspired them.
I always wonder that they say life imitates art, or art imitates life. Which way
Both.
does it go? Because I feel like there's a lot imitating art. Like she wrote this book, and now look at what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And look at The Simpsons.
they're predicting the future. And then The Purge, and the president was just talking about The Purge. He watched that movie or something. He's talking about having a day of just craziness, and debauchery, and violence. Like
Is that
imitating.
Christian? Or I know he's not Christian, but is that?
He fakes it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that the people espousing these beliefs are Christian, because none of what they're doing is Christian. The way
Exactly.
they're treating these migrants and these people is not Christian. The way that, I mean, none of this is Christian.
I didn't even know what's going on in Springfield. I stopped following.
Oh, I don't know. It's sad. It's just sad to me.
Like, who wants to
And
be in
it's-
Springfield?
But it's descended
Nobody.
upon this one town, just one
Yeah.
town. And it whatever their issue is, there's immigrants everywhere. But this one town is getting terrorized because JD Vance decided to open his mouth and start talking about this one place. And that's just really unfortunate for the people there. Yeah. It's sad. And Colorado, I think there was something going on there too. I don't remember where.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, somebody was talking about, I don't know if it's immigrants from Venezuela. They were trying to claim that there were gang members there or
Oh,
something.
yes,
It
the
was kind of a
apartment
similar story.
complex.
Yeah, a similar
Yes.
story. And so they had
Yep.
something similar going on there. It's terrible. Terrible. But I mean, these are the things, I guess, that come up when you think about the election and what the outcome could be.
This is crazy. My post just went through. That's why nobody's here.
Well, they could do the rewatch.
Yes.
I thought with the debate, though, I do have some clips if we want to watch it, but I thought that Tim Walz was really strong with guns. I know one of the things, he must have been prepared for this, was that he has flip-flopped with guns. He used to be supported by the NRA, and now he's not. But he does talk about that if you want to. And this might be where he has that gaffe, where he says,
he's friends with
the other one. And I think that Republicans have run off with that. That's their thing all over, where he misspeaks and he says, "I'm friends with school shooters" or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. But this is why he switched on the NRA. Here it is.
But it's only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've seen it. Look, the NRA, I was an NRA guy for a long time. They used to teach gun safety. I'm of an age where my shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today. And several things I want to mention on this is talking about cities and where it's at. The number one where the most firearm deaths happen in Minnesota are rural suicides. And we have an epidemic of children getting guns and shooting themselves. And so we have, and we should look at all of the issues, making sure folks have health care and all that, but I want to be very careful. This idea of stigmatizing mental health, just because you have a mental health issue doesn't mean you're violent. And I think what we end up doing is we start looking for a scapegoat. Sometimes it just is the guns.
Yeah, I agree with him there. Sometimes it is just the guns, you know?
Yeah. Guns don't kill. I just want to hear that again, please.
Well, because they're always looking for they're looking for anything but that. It's mental health or it's safety. I mean, JD Vance said we have to get stronger locks and windows. Lock the door.
Really? That's the solution. Yeah.
And he spoke about his children, though. He spoke about his children. He talks about his sweet kids, and I'm sure he loves his children. I'm not trying to, belittle that or whatever. But if it came down to protecting your children, if you had a real fear for the safety of your kids, are you going to trust some new locks on the doors and some good windows? That's what you're doing,
right?
JD?
You can break a window.
I told you about my kids, right? What my daughter said on the way home from school after they had to do their drills at school. My 10-year-old daughter, my 10-year-old daughter was telling me about these active shooter drills that they did at school. And she told me that she learned she could take a fire hydrant, break a window, wrap her sweatshirt around her arm and clear the broken glass to get out if she needed to.
Wow.
10 years old. 10 years old and she knows that?
I can't even imagine.
That's the state of affairs? And you talking about new locks on the windows and the doors?
Mm-hmm.
A 10-year-old should not know that.
No, the innocence is lost here. There's no such thing as innocence. Childhood is gone.
And the way they spoke, I have a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old in the backseat of the car going home from school. The way they spoke about it was as if it was nothing. It's just, this is what life is.
Yeah.
And that was like heartbreaking. Like I was trying not to cry too loud for them to hear me, but it was just like, it broke my heart. Like, for them to speak as if that's just what their life is.
Yeah. They probably felt empowered. Like, yeah, I know how to do it.
Well, they said it's what was it? Run, fight. What was it? What was it? Run, fight, run, hide, fight, or something.
Let me see.
I forgot what it was. I texted you what it was. There's like I think run is the first thing is to get out of there if you can. If you can't, then you need to hide. And if
run,
you can't,
hide,
then
fight.
You need to fight. Yeah. Run, hide, fight. Fight? That's crazy.
Yeah. And active shooter trainings are common now. And for them, I don't know if you had earthquake drills. We used to have tornado drills.
We had
And
earthquake drills, fire drills.
Yeah, fire drills and tornado drills. Now they have active shooter drills. And they're looking at it the same way we saw a tornado drill, like nothing, which is good for, I mean, you don't want them to be terrified, but at the same time, they shouldn't be learning about this. They shouldn't have to, but they need to know in case something happens, because you never know. You just never know.
I saw a teacher give a tip for younger students to keep a bag of Dum Dum lollipops in their classroom. So in case they needed to, they could pass it out. So the kids, while they're hiding, had something in their mouth so they wouldn't cry and they wouldn't talk or make noise. Wow. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's to think that way and to be like, have lollipops to keep them quiet. Because little kids don't know.
Blood sugar. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, but they don't know. They'd be talking, making noise. They don't know.
Yeah.
Keep them quiet and to keep them crying and stuff.
Do you know what the youngest? I can look it up. I want to know what was the youngest class to get shot up?
Probably Sandy Hook.
How old were they? First graders?
6 years old. 6-year-olds. I think it was 22. 22 of them in 2012.
Yeah. They would have been grown.
I think they would have graduated high school. I remember they made a big deal about like Sandy Hook. They would have graduated from high school this year, and they would have, they made like a big.
That's outrageous. Oh,
I have a first grader now, and I can't even imagine.
I can't hold your babies tight.
That's my issue.
And that's not a joke, but people want their gun.
I don't understand how any of it, all of them in Congress, a good majority of them have kids. They have families.
NIMBY.
Like how can they look at this? How can anybody look at this and be like, that's acceptable? Because by not doing anything, you're saying it's acceptable. That's nuts to me. A fourth grade class, Uvalde, that happened. We just had Appalachia or whatever. And it's I don't know. When is that going to be enough? When is that going to be enough? I don't know. But that was a good part of the debate. I think that they had some good conversation on that, or I think Tim Walz had some good points.
And they did have
what was that?
They did have a couple of points where they said, I agree with you on this point, blah, blah, blah.
They seem more cordial.
Yeah.
Didn't
seem combative.
No. One of the things that I was like, man, that's a masterclass in gaslighting. JD Vance said that under Trump's administration, they improved the ACA and made healthcare better for Americans. And I almost choked because I was like, what is he even trying to say? What kind of lie is this? Because all they did was try to repeal it. And I remember they voted repeatedly and they could not get it to pass. And I think it's the infamous John McCain moment where everybody saw and he was like this and then did this. And it was like this historic thing because he said no. And that was it. It didn't pass. And I remember Trump saying repeatedly, yeah, we're going to replace it with something great. It's going to be the best healthcare plan you've ever seen. But he never had a plan. And then he got asked in this last debate about a plan. He has concepts of a plan. It's been how many years? He has never put forth a healthcare plan that he wants to replace Obamacare with. He just wanted to get rid of it. And to say that they had improved upon it was a bold-faced lie. They did nothing but try to repeal it. So I'm just saying, like, JD Vance is up there smooth talking. Did
Tim Walz respond to that? Did Tim Walz say anything?
I don't remember what he said. I don't think he called him out on it, though. That's what I'm talking about. He should have been like, really? Like Mitt Romney and John McCain, everybody was like, no.
Tim Walz did that to him. I mean, JD Vance did that to him at one point. He said something about a law in Minnesota, and he's in all Tim.
abortion.
Yeah,
term
and Tim Walz said something about this was already fact checked. He's like, that was
Well,
fact
because
checked.
they stay saying that you can abort a baby in the 10th month.
Yeah, a
10th month?
ninth
You
month,
mean
10th month
baby?
born. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you can born
actually.
a born child. I'm like, how does that
What are
work?
you talking about? Like, mind blown. It's just like it the
It doesn't make any
mental
sense.
gymnastics.
Let's have the kid born in poverty or whatever, so we don't feed the kid and the kid gets shot. Like, make it make sense.
And my thing though is in this quest to stop elective abortions, I guess that's what everybody's complaining about. Women are dying from necessary medical abortions, from D&Cs from miscarriages, for all kinds of, because abortions aren't just, hey, I got knocked up and I don't want this baby.
Yeah.
There are many different types of abortions that fall
A
under
miscarriage
this umbrella.
is an abortion.
Yes, it's a spontaneous abortion. There's so many different kinds. And then also, if you miscarry and you don't spontaneously abort the baby, they have to go in and perform a D&C and clean it out. That's another type of abortion.
What's DNC?
It's I don't know the word, something in curdle. It's the process of taking
Cleaning it out so you don't go septic and die.
Exactly. So the fact that women with wanted pregnancies, who want to be mothers, who want to have the children, are suffering, are losing fertility, are losing their lives because they can't get these procedures done, is a side effect that I don't think anybody contemplated. I don't think they thought this through. It's terrible.
Or they don't care.
Yeah, well, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care about anything. You just gonna have that baby, period. Or you're gonna die and whatever. C'est la vie.
I'm very curious to see how women are going to show up at the polls this year.
They better.
Women brought Trump over the line last time, so let's see what happens this time.
You need to be more specific.
I'm trying to be nice.
I know, but I mean, I think also the enthusiasm that came after Biden stepped down and Kamala was like named the successor or whatever you want to call it. The enthusiasm where they had like the black woman for Kamala, white woman for Kamala, all that stuff. Like, I hope that momentum is still there.
It doesn't feel like
things
it.
are kind of like fizzling out, you know?
It feels like it.
I feel like everybody needs to have one more call. They need to have the black woman for Kamala needs to have another call. White dudes for Kamala need to have another call. Everybody needs to have one more call.
I'm not seeing anything on the socials. I don't know what's going on. It feels like everything
we need to have one more call. Everybody, all the people. Start it. Maybe I'll post them on TikTok.
Put the Zoom link
on TikTok. Be like, hey, we need to. I'm not feeling the whatever.
Yeah.
The enthusiasm feels like it's gone. We need to have.
It's literally life or death. It's literally.
Yes.
Literally. Life or death. It's actually life or death.
Really. Let's get these calls back up. And get the momentum back up. And I really think that they need to be out every day doing something everywhere. All the surrogates, get Buttigieg out there talking. Obama need to be start talking. Yeah, where Beto at?
Right, where Beto Bay?
Where Beto Bay? Where is he at?
Hiding in Texas.
I want to see what's going on with everybody. Like all this, the Senate races. Everything.
Where's Cory Booker?
Yeah, where's he been at?
All these people. Where's AOC? I ain't seeing nobody.
What is going on? I mean, maybe they're working. I see a lot of Jasmine Crockett. She everywhere.
She's running,
and Marjorie
right?
Taylor Greene is talking.
Is she up for election? I see her a lot. I think she may be up for election.
I like
or
her.
she's just self-promoting for some reason because I see her a lot. Let me see.
I want to help her out though with her hair situation.
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it?
Can we? Can we?
Can we?
I love her, but
why is it that black women hate their hair so much that they would rather sit there with a bird's nest on their head than to have their natural hair show?
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. Like I'm not on the same whatever, same wavelength, whatever as you. I mean, I feel you. I get what you're saying, but I mean, if you want to wear a
You
wig,
got those
that's
curly
on you.
cues.
But if you want to wear a wig and that makes you feel good, that's fine with me. If
At
you
least
want
get a
to
nice
have
wig.
braids, if you want to put weave, whatever you want to do, and it feels good to you, do your thing. Like I have no judgment there, but come on, like let's.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not the fact. It's the fact that people hate their hair so much that they don't care. They rather have anything on it. And I've been there.
You get a nice one. You get a nice one.
Get a nice one. I mean, is she trying to have a soft life? I don't know. Is she
Not soft life.
She's trying to have that soft life.
No, we all trying to have a soft life.
Because
yeah.
The wig is not wigging. I'm like, can some celebrity stylist or something come out? And I hate that, with women, we have to talk about these things. But as a Black woman myself, I don't know why her wig is like that. It's like, I don't know. I feel bad. I want to support her. I love her, support her. I support everything but the wig.
She is so sharp.
You could get another wig.
She is so sharp. I've seen her in braids, though. I feel like I've seen her in braids.
I'm sure she looks.
I don't know.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Is that part of the BS that we've talked about? Like she can't.
Yeah,
show
she's
up to
gorgeous in
braids?
braids.
But can she not show up to Congress and braids? You know what we've talked about before about how you have to show up.
You know what I'm saying?
This
is why I always go back to Trump. Trump said, "I don't care how they did it before. I don't care what is status quo. I'ma be me."
I can't hear you. My computer's messed up.
Oh no, can you hear me now?
Computer love.
Hello.
Yes,
hello?
there you go.
Okay. No, Trump said, you know what? I don't care about the status quo. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me myself. And it sucks that she doesn't have that. Yeah.
Who he is though.
Yeah. Phenotypical benefit. I don't know. Yeah. But it's unfortunate because she's gorgeous in braids. Gorgeous. Yeah. She's gorgeous, period.
Yeah. Period.
But we'd rather have a bird's nest. Oh well. Next. Any other video?
See a lot of her though. I feel like she's gonna be around for a while.
Is she running? Oh, that's what I was supposed to be looking up. Because I keep seeing her.
She's gonna be around for a while.
Oh no, she just assumed office in January of last year.
Okay. She's gonna be around for a long time though. I feel like she's
her mouth, like she's very eloquent. She knows how to read.
She's quick-witted too. Like she's she does. She definitely reads people.
And that's not standard. So just be yourself. Don't worry about these folks.
I love it. But I heard a lot of I guess there's a lot of people who are worried about not being reelected, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz, things like that. I don't know.
Ooh, I heard something about Ted Cruz is getting whoever's running against him is close. So that's a shocker. I mean, that's good to see to me.
But I never know if it's just talk or if it's just
scare people.
2016 messed me up. Okay, so I don't trust anything anymore.
I don't trust anything I don't even trust the election. Once it happens, they're gonna be hand counting and all this stuff. Who knows when we're going to have a result? Who knows? Might be January 19th.
It may not even. Oh, and all that talk about, well, what are you talking about? Threat to democracy when we had a peaceful transfer of power.
Where?
Talking about that in the debate. And I've seen a lot of social media posts where it was like a peaceful transfer of power. And then it was like a flashback to January 6th, a peaceful transfer of power, flashback, like just all these different things. And it still shocks my system to see footage and be like, that happened. Like that's such I have a visceral response to seeing that footage because I remember seeing it on the TV going, oh my God, what is happening? I don't remember.
I blocked it out. So I've seen clips, but I think I was so shocked. In disbelief. I couldn't believe it. So I blocked it out of my brain. And I still don't. To me, it's almost like a movie. It doesn't feel real because I just can't believe this actually happened.
And nothing happened as a result of it.
Nothing
That's what I'm
happened.
saying.
Someone got 22 years. I think that's the most anyone's gotten. And
I mean, they literally took the American flag down and put a Trump flag up.
aren't they
If that
supposed to
doesn't
be
tell you everything?
put to the death penalty? Isn't that treason? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
So all
Yeah.
these acts of treason are fine now.
And they erected a gallows. They're talking about hanging Mike
For
Pence.
Mike Pence.
You're like,
Yeah.
is that a hate crime? What is that? Is that something like what?
Nothing is real. Everything is made up, and everything is going to be made up in the future. So I can't be upset and scared because whatever is going to happen has never happened before. Well, either way. So
Or it has happened before and we just don't care. We're just gonna let it happen again and again and again.
Hmm.
It's crazy to me. It's just really wild. Like life is wild. Like it's real wild.
Yes.
Like right now, like this time that we're alive, this right here is
Yeah.
wild.
My favorite,
Wild.
one of my favorite memes goes, "Life is crazy" or "Life is wild," something like that. I don't even want to be. Why do I have to pay to live here? I don't even
Oh
want to
yeah,
be
yeah. I saw that. Why am I paying to be here for this?
here. Right? I don't even want to be here
Like you're literally working and paying money to
to
experience
be in
this.
this. Right? This is worthless. Dang. Any
Oh
other
my
clips?
God. There's one more about Tim Walz and more gun stuff. I don't
Are
know.
we allowed to
It's
say-
a long
oh,
one, but yeah. I don't know.
You can
Do you want to
skip
see
it.
it? I don't mean skip it, yeah. But
We
also
better
there
get
was
back to
different polls though. Different polls, like Fox News said that Tim Walz won the debate. I
Yeah.
was shocked.
And they said it was because of bias, because of the moderators.
Why do they always they're 3 against
Yeah,
1 is what it
3
was.
to 1. Yeah.
Because they fact checked Vance on his Haitian claim. 'Cause
Okay.
He keeps saying it. He keeps saying it. And he's been recorded on the news saying, I made up stories so that you guys can talk about the issues we want. I made it up. He said on the news, I made it up. And he's gonna that's why I feel like this is making me feel crazy. Like it's so insane. It makes me feel crazy.
I know. I feel like I don't want to be. If anybody tries to institutionalize me, please come save me, because I just don't feel like I cannot process reality right now. It's just too much. A system overload. My system. I'm blue screen right now. Team blue screen. That's me.
You got the spinny wheel.
Yes.
Spinny wheel. I'm in a constant state of buffering is how I feel.
Yes.
Just like what?
What is this?
I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it.
I can't. My brain won't let me process. It won't let me process this, because this cannot. There is no way this can be reality. And I know we have it better than people in other countries who are under siege and all these different things. But even that being said, the things that are happening will make us at risk for so many different things that I don't even want to think about. So I don't even want to think about it.
I think the one thing that I keep going back to is like maybe 10 years ago, not even, maybe
Probably 20.
even before then, maybe 15 years ago or something. I could sit and say, hey, being a Democrat or being liberal means this. These are the beliefs that the party has. People who claim to be Democrats probably believe X, Y, and Z. This is what their platform is. Being Republican means this. These are, fiscal conservatism, family values, whatever. Like
Trickle down
more conservative.
economics.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I didn't agree with whatever those conservative values were, I could understand why somebody would, right?
Mhm.
I could understand, hey, like your religion informs your view of family values.
Mhm.
Maybe you don't like the way certain people's sexual orientation, whatever. I don't agree
Mhm.
with it. I can understand why your teachings make you think this way,
Yeah.
or money, or whatever. I get that, the taxes, whatever. I'm at a place now where I'm looking at that and the shit doesn't make sense. I can't even understand how you're getting there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
Have you seen some of? Oh, we talked about it.
I can't even fathom a world in which any of it makes sense to you. Like it's
these interviews. Watch these Trump rally interviews.
Well, because they don't even know what they're talking about.
Mm-mm.
They have no idea. They're just like literally regurgitating what they heard on Fox or Newsmax or what Trump just said. And it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm.
And then you ask a follow-up question. Oh, explain that. Oh, well, do your research. Do your research. I'm not going to do it for you. Do your research. That's what they say. I mean, I watch these debates and I watch these things, and that's what they say. And they get indignant about it. I'm not going to do your research for you. Do your research. I did mine.
I need to start watching those
They don't
TikTok
have any
debates.
info. They have no info. They just have talking points.
Mm-hmm.
And it's insane.
And it's insane. And this
they
is
get mad.
In Germany, I forgot what part of Germany recently there was an election, and the white supremacist party they made some gains. They didn't win, but they were like they got 40% of the vote, something crazy, 29 or 40% of the vote. And I'm thinking, what is going on in this world? It's not just us. It's something is going on in the world. There is a shift. And maybe we should talk about that in an episode if we want to get woo-woo.
Yeah. There's it's a fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder what we should look into that. Research that.
Yeah.
What is that fear? It's the replacement theory.
Yeah.
I know
fear
that's
of stranger danger.
Yeah, but I know in the US that was the whole Charlottesville, the replacement theory.
What's that?
You will not replace like the immigrants and non-white people were having children, were mixing races, and soon the country is
whole
going
pie
to
thing. Yeah.
A whole mixed pot.
It already is becoming.
Right. And I think, I mean, it was almost like what Trump said too, is they're poisoning the blood. And that's a Hitler phrase, poisoning the blood of our nation.
Wait, isn't his son grown now?
Hitler had a kid. I didn't even know
Trump.
he had. Oh, all of his. Yes, Barron's an adult.
Wow, I can't wait to hear what he says.
I think Melania's got him protected. Like, stay out of this. Like, leave my son alone. Like, she's been pretty protective of him, I think.
But we'll see when he goes to college. Like they don't mess with Obama's kids, but we used to see pictures of them like at concerts and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, but that is wild. I think we should do an episode on that. Figure that out.
But I was talking about a spiritual shift. There's a spiritual shift going on.
I'm also curious about this Theo Bros thing, this Christian nationalist.
Yeah, I need to look up on that. I'm gonna look on Reddit.
I feel like it is. I'll send you a link where I found this stuff. There's an article on Mother Jones about it. Crazy.
Theo Bros. Extremely online young Christian men want to end the 19th Amendment.
Yeah, that's women's suffrage.
Blogging and make America white again. Wow.
Women's suffrage.
And they're obsessed with Taylor Swift? Wow, they hate Taylor Swift. Okay. Maybe Taylor Swift can come out for Kamala.
Everybody hates
like
Taylor
actually
Swift.
Come out, like do a show.
Yeah. I don't know.
It sucks that this is what makes people
calls. We need to get more calls though. We need to have like one more rally call. Everybody go back to their groups that they had.
It shouldn't be a dead heat right now. And I know you don't believe in polls, but either way, it's a dead heat. So it's really a flip. It shouldn't even be a flip of a coin. It shouldn't even be a choice to make. And this is where we are, and we're supposed to be happy and going on about our lives.
What other choice do you have, though?
Right?
What is, It's stressful, and we don't drink.
Maybe I can take all my vitamins. Die.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Yeah, we don't drink. We don't drink. I don't cook. I don't clean. Let me. Yeah. So I don't know. That's all I got on this debate. That's
all I got.
Is there anything else coming up? Any other things that are coming up before the election?
Rallies or something? Like what's going on?
Like something to look forward to, like a big interview or
Right? She did the Oprah and the
Oprah, I heard,
This
was in the
lady-
hospital or something.
what? They're in Wisconsin tonight. They're in
Yeah.
Wisconsin right now. Wait, let me
Yeah,
see.
with Liz Cheney.
Wisconsin.
I'm also waiting to see just how this Jack Smith stuff plays out.
Oh, tell them about it.
Yeah, so
case they don't know.
he refiled with Judge Chutkin, and I guess she released the filings or declassified or whatever. So now you can read it and you can see Mike Pence is basically just putting him on blast and saying all this stuff. Trump knew that they were going to riot. He said, "Make them riot, do it." He wanted them to riot. He wanted them to storm.
You know,
Like,
he felt so
all
good.
out there. It's all out there. And then he was informed that they were coming after Mike Pence, and that they were trying to kill him. They were shouting, kill Mike Pence or whatever. And he said, "So what? I don't care." That's this
Off
dude.
with his head.
That's who is in a dead heat with Kamala Harris for president.
This is the world in
That's
which
the
we live.
Right.
You're religious and you know the Bible and stuff. Is it really comparable to
Do I know
Revelation right now?
Do I know the Bible?
Or you
don't
maybe
know. I know the
catechism? I
Bible.
don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, I
don't
heard
know.
there's a lot of parallels going on to Revelation. I'm thinking
Plagues and things.
lots of new plagues going on, lots of war, lots of violence, lots of hatred, not trusting each other, lots of kindness, lots of community, lots of hope.
How do you fix that though? Once it gets too far gone, how do you bring it back?
Messiah's gonna come and save us all.
Some people think that he is the Messiah.
That's what I'm saying. People look for a savior. Everybody is looking for a savior. That's the human nature. It's just the way humans are.
He's not the one, y'all. That's not he.
It's unfortunate. We don't have that charismatic figure to really come in, and I can't even think of anyone. Like if Obama ran today, he would win probably. I think it wouldn't be a dead heat if Obama were running right now.
I feel like we don't have that. I was just thinking that earlier when we were talking about like episodes and stuff. I was like, where's the hope?
Yeah.
There's no hope.
No
Like,
hope.
that's really dark. That's really sad. But I feel like there's nothing to look forward to. I mean, we even talked about when this election's over, it's going to be either way. It's going to be anxiety riddled and just a fight. It's going to be a fight no matter what. Somebody's going to fight. There's going to be bad things that happen because people aren't going to know how to respond.
Did you see in Phoenix, I think it was, or somewhere in Arizona, they shot up the Kamala Harris campaign?
Campaign office. Yeah, I saw that. Nobody was in it. Thankfully,
Yeah,
but
thank goodness.
yeah,
But still,
it's crazy.
I don't trust people. People when they're looking for a savior, it's like there's so many parallels we could draw to other countries that people don't realize that's happening right here in the United States. That these people are what they're going to do is if something happens, if Trump doesn't win, they're going to martyr themselves. They're going to do something crazy, and it's just the way it's going to be because they think that they're so righteous, like that he's the chosen one.
Like it doesn't have to make sense. It's almost like that old man that paid $4,000 for Taylor Swift's guitar only to destroy the guitar.
It, yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. For what? To virtue signal is what that is. I'm showing you that I'm in line with this. Is he? Oh, I don't know if he was a Theo.
Because they hate Taylor Swift according to Reddit.
but how can you complain about the price of eggs and milk and everything, and then spend $4,000 on a guitar only to break it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the level of what? You know what I'm saying? Or Trump went down to where hurricane or whatever Helene is, where all the damage was. He went down, gave a speech, did all the stuff, and he brought his $100,000 watches to sell. These people don't have houses, don't have food, don't have shelter, nothing, and you're still you're selling goods.
American way.
merchandise?
Good old capitalism. Yes,
You
sir.
didn't bring stuff for them.
Nope.
You're trying to get from them.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Sounds
photo
about
op.
right. Mm-hmm.
And the photo op. So, and then now it's coming out that he withheld funds for the California wildfires because California is a blue state. So that's coming out that when they needed FEMA money, he withheld funds.
He's so petty. I can't.
And that's a president for the whole country?
Yep.
You can't have a president like that. There's disasters happening, people dying, property damage, and he's withholding funds because you are a blue state.
The fall of mankind we are witnessing right before our eyes.
Whatever. That's all I got.
Whatever, man.
It's whatever. Whatever.
All right. Well, on that note,
That's that. Pretty
good
much.
night. Deuces.